Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Coming up here, we're going to have a lot going on here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We're going to have our top five. The top five AEW countdown right here. We'll talk about that as well as who I thought would. As well as wrestling hot topics as well. A lot going on here tonight here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We're going to get things started with this. A lot of matches that's going to be announced right here. Here are the matches. AEW World Champion MJF is in action against Kevin Knight in an eliminator match. Well, for the world title. The world title's on the line. So we'll see. Can Kevin Knight make a splash being the world champion? We'll see. Plus, Tech defending the women's title against Thunder Rosa. Can Thunder Rosa regain the women's championship from Tekla? We'll see. Jon Moxley go against Mistrano and Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin taking on Cart Connors and Gabe Kidd, as well as the Brawling Birds take on the Inspiration. And we'll hear from Heyman Page and what he got to say. Get the Pro Wrestling Show started right here, right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad you can join us on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in that conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend. Call a friend. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss it on the Pro Wrestling Show. All right, let's get to. We're going to do a new segment here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We're going to call this. All right, that was the top five. We're going to have our top five countdown. And let's get started with this. The AEW World Championship is online. It's Kevin Knight went against MJF, the world champion. MJF in a rare title defense went against Kevin Knight. And that title defense was that. It was nothing but special. But I think Kevin Knight was trying to show his own that he can take on MJF. MJF and Kevin Knight really battling each other for the world championship. Kevin Knight was trying to give his all to MJF. Just wasn't enough to unseat the champion. The champion MJF came out with his grand entrance, like always, as a heel, obnoxious champion that he is. MJF pulled out the victory by defeating Kevin Knight, and Kevin Knight really didn't have a chance. Kevin Knight tried, but it just wasn't enough. But MJF looking forward to his match against this man right here, Heyman Page. We'll see these two battle it out for the world championship at Revolution. Don't forget that Heyman Page loses to MJF. He can never get a chance at the world championship as forever. So this is kind of like a stipulation that's put down to Kevin Knight, down to Heyman. So we'll see if Heyman can find a way to win. Well, we go to this right here. Gabe Kidd helping his newfound statement, Clark Collins and Gabe Kidd. We see that Dave Finlay has joined. They call themselves the Dogs. Now the Dogs are loose, and the Dogs are now part of AEW. I thought David Finlay was going to join WWE, but I guess those plans has changed. David Finlay showed his face tonight, and now David Finlay part of the AEW roster. They look like they're trying to recruit all the New Japan rosters going forward. So we see how that's going to be. But that was number 4. Number 3 is this right here. The Inspiration, better known as the Iconics, made their debut. And they debut at the House of Rules Australia. They're part of AEW now. Well, a big start. The Inspiration lost to the Brawling Birds. Just we see how they're gonna go with that moving forward. Really wasn't enough. So we see the Brawling Brutes beat the former women's tag team champions down. But I guess We see how that's going to go down eventually, how that's going to be. Well, Heyman Page came back to call MJF that he ain't forgot about. MJF barely got away with his championship. We know MJF will defend the world title against the Heyman at Revolution. But like I told you, the Heyman last chance, last opportunity for the world title if he doesn't win it. So you see the Heyman got to do what he got to do. He wants to pull out the victory. Well, Renee Paquette sat down with the tag team champion FTR, the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks still trying to make their way. I guess they still want a tag team title opportunity, but the FTR kind of refused that. Well, it's this right here. FTR still trying to refuse this too right here. As Tommaso Ciampa was trying to get all the brands, they kind of know each other back in their days in the NXT Black and Gold brand. But John Garro no longer with him. John Garro was on SmackDown being depressed about Tommaso Ciampa not being around with him. Well, Tommaso Ciampa will meet one half of the tag team champions. We'll see how this gonna go down this week on FTR or Collision coming up. So we'll see how that meeting is gonna go between Dash. See how that's gonna be coming forward as well. So we'll look. But speaking of that, John Moxley, Continental Champion, went against he's a zero. I want to not botch his name, but he went against him. Moxley found the way to win. Moxley getting momentum as he did, and more Moxley does is Moxley wants to keep that momentum going. You can tell right here screaming like the top of his lungs. Moxley won the match. Moxley had a motivational speech, him and his Death Riders, about what went down. And you can tell Will Euler, he looks kind of good with that haircut, that buzz cut. It looks make him look more more presentable and stuff like that. I think he didn't like that one bit, but I mean, change is good, so change is good for everybody. Until so we'll see. Even Don Callis came out of nowhere. Don Callis coming out there at the Don Callis speaking. Probably got something going on MJF. But you tell right here, Heyman left Heyman laying. They waiting for those 6-man tag team title match later tonight. So we see that Kyle Fletcher and the rest of them being that way too. But but we see we got new trios champions as Don Callis family wins some gold. Even Okada wins some gold, new honorary gold. Okada and them winning their match tonight as they did, as they proven tonight how they was going to go with them. So see them winning the tag team titles over Jet Speed. So you see how this one will go. Well, Tekla, I'll show you Tekla. Tekla was in action as well. Tekla, the women's champion, was in action. Tekla went and won her match over Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa really didn't have a chance whatsoever. Thunder Rosa lost to Tekla. Thunder Rosa feeling the pain, the brutality of Tekla doing what she did and retain her women's championship. I don't think none of these women are not getting over enough. Like Chris Stanley is not really getting over enough to me, but that's just the different story. I mean, Mercedes Moné need to come back and help out or do something, but I don't know what she's got going on. But hopefully she's okay. But the women's division kind of suffering right now when you think about it. So hey, you know how that be. Well, we get to this right here. The number one spot was this right here. Swerve Strickland had tried to get his hands on Brody King. He really, really did get his hands on Brody King. He put his hands on Brody King with that dog, that chain, and tried to choke Brody King out. This is right here. It was too far. And you can see right here, way too far. That Swerve Strickland attacked him from behind and tried to choke him out with a dog collar. Swerve Strickland didn't care. Maybe this new heel streak is really changing Swerve Strickland's mindset. Really, I wish Swerve Strickland would have been better than that, but he wants to be vicious than ever before. Brody King had to get attended and get help for what had happened. Hopefully, Brody King's okay, and he will meet Swerve Strickland at Revolution 1-on-1. So we'll see if Brody King gets hands on Swerve and make an example out of Swerve after what Swerve had done to him. So that's the thing that Swerve was doing, trying to choke out Brody King the way he did. All right, that's going to end the AEW Ring Report. Let's move over right quick to Superstar of the Year. Superstar of the Night has to go to Swerve after what he did. It was vicious, but I mean, Swerve doing what he did was super vicious. But also, too, Andrade looks like he wants to be Superstar Night. I don't know what Andrade trying to challenge Bandino for the Ring of Honor Championship. What's gonna go down with that? But like you said, we're gonna give it to Swerve after what he did too viciously, and hopefully Swerve trying to bring night his mean streak again. So Swerve got Superstar AEW Superstar of the Night. Ooh, pitiful is that, but hey. All right, we'll move on to this. All right, we go to wrestling hot topic. We move from Swerve to this right here. Uncle Belair, who was supposed to be at WrestleMania this year, but she's gonna miss out due to her finger, sent a post on social media about having surgery to repair her finger. Hopefully, everything is okay for Bianca, and she can come back 10 times strong. So you go hit Bianca a safety recovery. Well, speaking of that, our truth shaved his whole entire head bald. We don't know what's gonna go down with our truth, what he's doing, and what his mission. He's still gonna be the comedy character to me, but who knows what our truth's gonna do? But hey, we'll see. Well, we know this past Monday on Raw, CM Punk hit the first shot blow in the words when him and Roman Reigns calling out Roman Reigns' dad, deceased. And it looks like now Silo Vatu got into the mix of it, and Zilla Vatu said he sees CM Punk, he's gonna slap him in the face. CM Punk making a lot of enemies with the Samoans, the Samoan dynasty. What's going down with the bloodline? So CM Punk's got a lot of bloodline. Even Jay Uso said he gonna slap him. Who knows what's gonna go down? Speaking of that, Powerhouse Hobbs and Jacob Fatu, I guess they're kind of trying to be workout buddies or something like that now. Working out, and now Powerhouse Hobbs is he haven't debuted yet ever since Royal Rumble. We haven't seen Powerhouse Hobbs. I don't know what they're doing with Powerhouse Hobbs, but he was on main event, so we'll see. They trying to be workout buddies, I guess. What's going on? Well, speaking of that, we see Ricky Saints, a former AEW star, now current NXT star, had a something with Shallow Hill blocked, unmatched, and reported unmatched. Shallow Hill didn't know what to expect with Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks, I don't want to be bothered with him and stuff, but I think Shallow Hill doesn't get the message real clear, quick. So we'll see what's that's gonna go down. But speaking of that, is there a love story going on between Orange Cassidy and Tony Storm? That's what it looks like, and that's what they're trying to play off of.
So we'll see how that's gonna play out this week. Well, it's this right here. The Kesha. We'll take on John Moxley. Kesha looks he's gonna be turning the babyface mode. So we'll see how that's gonna be coming forward as well. So a lot of stuff moving forward. Well, we're gonna leave you with Takesha's stablemates. Um, Okada, um, I guess Kyle Fletcher, and Bear Bronson. They all now hold gold, trios gold. And so now they keep the trios titles into their position. All right. Thank you all for watching this edition of the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. I've been your host, Kendrick Dixon, saying so long. We'll see you tomorrow for the TNA Ring Report here on the Pro Wrestling Show.